you've talked about overcoming fears and anxiety about, getting involved with jiu-jitsu before. Since we're, specifically talking a little bit more about takedowns in this Takedown Confidence Summit, what would be, your advice for people to develop or, work on their confidence, building up their confidence towards takedowns in BJJ and, BJJ in general?
I mean, I think that's a massive thing. I can relate to it personally. Like, until I first started going over to America, and then I was like, wow, you guys are all pretty big guys, like, going over to Worlds and stuff. So I started lifting weights. I was always like really like lanky, and I was just getting injured all the time. So, like the thought of me training takedowns a lot was just like, how injured do I want to get? So I understand the fear that some people will have when it comes to takedowns and jiu-jitsu. Obviously, like anything, fear is usually directly related to a lack of knowledge and understanding and of a topic. So the people that fear sharks don't really know too much about sharks and how, kind of amazing creatures they are. And likewise with takedowns. So over the years, I've been lucky to have good influences on me when it comes to wrestling and judo. So, and good jiu-jitsu coaches that were quick to remind me of the importance of having that wrestling and judo. But I think you just have to do it. The more you do it, the less fear you'll have, the more confident you'll be. Like, the only time you should be worried and anxious about learning takedowns is if you are the guy who's not doing them, because then you're not going to know how to fall. Like, it's dangerous when you know nothing. I do think the practice of takedowns, I think physicality is sometimes important. Like, so I've found, and I'm no, star wrestler or judo player, but I've found for me, what helped my confidence a lot on the takedown mats, it's getting stronger. Having a bit more explosivity for both judo throws and wrestling, having a little bit more like weight and everything. I feel like I get injured less, like if it's something like a twisting takedown or something. So I think being physically conditioned really helped like that for me to feel confident, just wrestling round in, round out, hard. And, but yeah, you just got to embrace it. You just got to get to a point in your life where you just are either going to run away from fear and stay scared and probably get more scared, or you're going to go towards it and just bust through that fear bubble. And I mean, hey, if you're afraid of takedowns, don't you want to become that badass girl or guy with those takedowns? Like, that's what I ask myself,
Right. And I talk to my students sometimes about, if you look in this corner over here of the mats, and you see guys doing 3-4 throws, per night, and then they stand around and talk, or they do other stuff the rest of the time. You see people over here doing 50 or 100 throws every night. You know what? They go home less sore. They're going to be less sore, and they're going to be so much better at this than these guys over here who think they know it all, right? Or so that's the thing. Like, it's been kind of a common theme with people we've talked to about. You just kind of have to put in the work. You have to do it.
Yeah. And I think it does, like, because in jiu-jitsu, I think sometimes like some of your mistakes can be masked. Like, say I'm lazy, then or I don't pull the trigger on something, you might, break my guard, pass it, get me in a side control. But, it's multiple steps away from Larry 1. You're gonna have to then get a position, find a submission on me. Whereas in judo, I'm off balance, or I don't respond right, or you're just putting me off balance, your Kazushi, and you're like throwing me. I'm like, boom, mistake made. So I think sometimes with takedowns, there's no room for error. It's very much more anaerobic. I find judo and wrestling compared to BJJ. But it's good because, man, you can't hide. You can't hide on the wrestling and the judo mats. Like, they're going to grab you and they're going to put you on your ass. Like, and so I really like that. But that was my weakness. Like, as a person, I was one of those guard pulling, slow starter, lanky guys, let you do what you want, then counter it. And you know what? That doesn't work for playing takedowns. Like, there comes a point where you have to have good grips and you have to, off balance people and really pull the trigger. And so for me, takedowns taught me a lot like that. Like, studying both wrestling and judo toughened me up as a martial artist, unquestionably.
Yeah, and you mentioned strengthening your body a little bit more, and how that helped build up the confidence with it too. And I'll tell you, and the audience here, from my personal experience back when I was in my early judo stage, I also, I've lifted weights my whole life. And so, but that was a phase where I started doing some Olympic lifts, and not on purpose, connected to my judo, but I noticed after a while my judo started improving, and I thought, what am I doing different? And then I realized, oh, I'm doing these Olympic lifts. So that core strength, that, the multi joint movements and that type of thing really helped it supplement my judo, as far as my takedowns, for sure.
Definitely, I definitely agree with that. Like I had to stop doing a lot of my Olympic lifting other than some power cleans recently, just because I had a surfing injury on this shoulder. But once I started doing the explosive hip stuff, oh man, massive difference. Like throws and stuff, just having that horsepower that, like, even if you're not off balancing exactly right, or they see it coming, or it's just like, nope. Like that same feeling when you like get that power to the bar is like so similar to like when you've got that gear and you rip into a throw. And yeah, like Olympic lifting from an athletic performance viewpoint is awesome. Taxing on my central nervous system, you bloody bet.
Yep, exactly. If people want to learn more about you and your academy, and you have a great YouTube channel too that I want to plug in here as well. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. So the Grappling Academy on YouTube. Can you tell us some more about that? How people could find you and get a hold of you and learn more about you?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for the shout out, Larry. Yeah, I'm obviously the Grappling Academy YouTube channel. We've got like over 600 videos of techniques, and like I've really tried to pour my heart and soul in that and pass on some of the things that have just revolutionized my game for me and my students, and pass them on to people for free. I have a website, thegrapplingacademy.com, where I've got some like low price but premium courses that aren't on YouTube. They're really awesome. And yeah, like I'm pretty easy to find on social media. I think at Tom Davey BJJ is my Instagram handle, and I'm on Facebook. So yeah, happy to connect with anyone. And yeah, I think one of the best things about the journey of martial arts, like people like yourself, Larry, you get to meet awesome people. Like it's one of the perks of our job and traveling and training and competing.